Cuisine comes to Lebanon. An absolutely beautiful country with amazing food, rich culture, and an expansive history. Once home to the Phoenician Empire many millennia ago, Lebanon has in more recent times been under Ottoman and French influences. Just after the countrywide protests and just before the COVID-19 outbreak, Quizine TV thought it smart to make Lebanon our first international destination. We began our adventure in Beirut and kickstart the tour with some minushik za'atar. Za'atar is both a culinary herb as well as a spice mixture typically used as a condiment. Consisting of the herb za'atar, the spice mixture also contains toasted sesame seeds, dried sumac, salt, oregano, thyme, and other spices.
Manushik za'atar. Freshly made bread, flat bread, with a little bit of za'atar spice on it. It's a Middle Eastern spice, it's very nice. Let me give it a bite. That, my friend, is very good. It's very simple, but super effective. Flat bread, crispy, freshly toasted, out the oven. Ideal for a snack. We were just walking down the streets here of Beirut. Came across this gentleman, invited us in, and gave us this. Delicious. We've also got something else. Sabanekh, this is called. This is a bit of a pastry, quite doughy. Inside he's put some spinach in, a little bit of olive oil. Let's try that. Delicious. Delicious, really good. Lots of lemon in there, you get that little zesty hint. Cooked to perfection, perfect snack. Again, I've really enjoyed that.
Next, we headed east of the city of Beirut to Burj Hamoud, the Armenian quarters, for something very special indeed. In this family-run restaurant, serving the good people of Lebanon since 1966, they offer the best shawarma in the world, in the form of beef, chicken, and the Armenian special, sujouk. The technique of grilling a vertical stack of meat slices and cutting off as it cooks first appeared in the 19th century Ottoman Empire, in today's speak, Turkey, in the form of a doner kebab. Shawarma is a variant of this, the word itself an Arabic mutation of the Turkish word çevirme, meaning turning.
What's really cool about this place is they've got 3 different types of shawarma. They've got the chicken, they've got the meat, and they've even got the sujouk. Sujouk is amazing. I've never seen anything like that before. Sujouk in a shawarma. So I think that's the Armenian sort of twang infiltrated into the traditional shawarma, which we all know and love. The sujouk is effectively Middle Eastern sausage. It's just almost like pastrami, cured meat. It's sort of cured over a few days. It's got this really pungent smell to it when it's raw, and then they cook it through in the same sort of doner style that we're used to seeing in the UK. Oh man. This right there is the stuff. Immediately what I love about this is it's not dying in oil. It's not completely wrapped up in oil, super greasy, fatty, and I'm not feeling like after I finish this I'm gonna feel bad. It's light, it's super light. Look inside, they've got tomatoes and they got pickled chilies. Or just pickles rather, sorry. So sujouk, a little bit of a kick to it, a bit of spice, mixed in with the pickles and the tomatoes, gives it a really, really good taste. This is amazing, and the bread is toasted as well. Before they start wrapping it, they press the bread up against the piece of meat and get the oil in. This is my guy over here, look. Why is this so good, man? This is so good, so good.
Next up was the chicken shawarma. Joining me to taste this dish was none other than the great Nafis Haq, also known in the family as the bougie one, due to his sophisticated palate and lavish lifestyle.
So I got another chicken one with the garlic love heart.
By virtue of being in the 1%, Nafis was smothered with the royal treatment everywhere he went.
We got more food, we got more food there. We just keep coming, the food. Farouk. I think I might try this now because he's staring at me.
Once the niceties were out the way, Nafis was finally able to do his job and tuck into the chicken shawarma.
That is quite possibly the best shawarma I've ever had in my life. This is so good. So good. You've got the pickles, the salad, the homemade garlic sauce. Everything has garlic sauce. This is like your favorite thing. And it's made using garlic, and sunflower oil is slowly dripped in, and it's just whisked until it becomes this like smooth mayonnaise texture. The chicken is amazing. It's just chicken breasts piled upon each other, the right amount of salt, and at the top they've got some onions and tomato and chicken fat, and it slowly drips as it cooks. It's too good. So nice. You'll get another round.
And finally, the last thing to taste in the famed Bastermo Mano was the more traditional beef shawarma. Here, tahini is spread on bread, then topped with coriander, onions, pickles and slightly cooked tomatoes. Then comes the meat and more tahini sauce.
Folded up, wrapped up. Class, sheer class. So I'm gonna take a big bite. Mate, that is so good. The meat is cooked to perfection. Again, it's not soaking in fats, it's not soaking in oils. It doesn't make me feel sick. It feels lean. It's a lean cut of meat. You've got the tomatoes in, you've got a bit of coriander in there as well, which gives it an extra dynamic to the flavour.
This was a brilliant experience with wonderful food and very friendly staff.
Our wonderful friends over here have decided to show us some love with a bit of garlic on the sejour. Thank you very much, my friend. Thank you.
Up next, it was time for some riz ala dajaj, or chicken and rice. A real traditional comfort food and family favourite here in Lebanon, variations of which can be found across the Middle East.
Now, if you want to come and look at this rice, it's very appetizing to look at. It's basically bits of rice that are cooked in some chilies, some spices, a little bit of tomato by the looks of it, heated up, and then we have the slow roasted rotisserie chicken here. Sensational. You can see the skin is left on, the fats are there, the juices seeping off this piece of chicken into the rice. So I'm looking forward to this. A little bit of garlic sauce, a little bit of rice. Yo, that is really good. That garlic sauce is amazing. The rice, immediately loads of flavor just comes splurging out with every bite. You get a hit of the chili. You can tell it's cooked in a bit of oil as well. It gives it that bit of oily goodness, which we all like in a bit of rice. And the rice is absorbing juices from the rotisserie chicken as well, which has got so much flavor. I'm gonna try a little bit of the chicken now. Let's break off the wing. Look at that. Get the hands dirty. I can see you're salivating behind the screen. This is fantastic. Slow cooked, soft chicken, tender, cooked through to the middle, juicy. That's the important thing with chicken. If you overcook it, it can be quite dry. These guys have cooked it to perfection. It's not crazy on the spices. It's subtle, it's mild, but the flavors there are endless. And again, seeping into the rice, which gives it a phenomenal taste and makes it a really nice experience. The locals tell me this place has the best fries, and I can honestly say these are up there as potentially some of the best fries I've had in my life. This isn't cooked in normal oil. These are bits of finely produced potato which are cut, battered in a particular way, and then cooked in some sort of fat. I don't know what, I don't know how, I don't know the processes. That's a secret, a family secret. But this is not like any other fry you'll ever taste. Toppled with this freshly made garlic sauce, which is just pounded down garlic with sunflower oil until it is basically beaten and pounded until it becomes light and fluffy, like so. The potatoes, the chips from here, mixed with their garlic sauce, a match made in heaven.
Now, it just wouldn't have been right to end the night without some dessert, so that's where we went next. It was time to indulge in some sweet goodness. There was a range on offer, including rich dessert pastry made from layers of phyllo, filled with an assortment of chopped nuts held together with bucket loads of syrup.
Brother, talk me through this. What's in here?
This is honey and milk and pistachio.
Honey, milk, pistachio. What's it called?
Mad bil kishta.
Mad bil kishta. Oh my god, that is so good. It's not too heavy, it's quite thick, it's dense, but at the same time it's not too heavy, it doesn't slow me down. It's subtle, even in spite of the fact that it's got lots of sweet stuff in there, a lot of milk in there, honey in there. It doesn't necessarily make me feel like there's too much sugar in here. It's actually quite subtle. The texture is nice, it's soft, it's fluffy, and it's just coated in these things that sort of resemble sweet breadcrumbs, if you know what I mean. It's very, very nice, and there's this beautiful sense of caramel taste that comes at the end of it. I'm going to try a bit of the baklava quickly, because we know across the Middle East this bad boy is a favorite. The Turks have it, all over the Middle East they have it, Syrians like it, Lebanese like it, Jordanians like it. The one thing that's different about this one is it's quite skinny. They're usually a lot thicker and quite chunky, a bit substantial. This one's almost, you know, as skinny as a toothpick. Just wonderful. It's crunchy. It almost melts in your mouth before you can do anything with it. And there's just an explosion of sweetness. It's really, really nice. Cake, honey, topped with almonds, cashews, and pistachios. And you can see it's got a beautiful shiny glaze on it, which makes it look so much nicer. This looks like one of those, you know, those fruit nut bars that we get in the UK. That is so good. That's my favourite one.
Brilliant.
That's my favourite one. You've got a cake texture at the bottom, and then you get a crunch. In the same bite, you get the soft, cushiony cake with a little bit of crunch from the nuts, which are just fresh, you can tell. Made beautifully, syrupy, sweet, gorgeous.
So that brings us to the end of Quizine's first special episode in Lebanon. Join us next time where we travel across the country in search of the famed Safiha Balbakia. We enjoy some incredible falafel, and I try something ballsy.